What's up, idiots? Chris Marler here. We're going to do something a little bit different this week on Red, White, and Bro for the Winning and Boozing in the SEC article. Instead of doing an article, we're going to do a video blog, or a vlog, as the kids are calling it. So, happy game day, bitches. It's Rivalry week, which is fantastic. If you're just waking up to this could be a thing. We could just do this every Saturday, just around 10 a.m. Just call it Mornings with Marler, and it'll be all of the football and none of the regret for you. So you're welcome. And none of the burning when you pee. So I'm here to please. I already did part one the other day. I posted on the site. If you didn't read it, head on over to redwhiteandbro.com and take a gander. Today we're going to go over the last 5 games that we have not discussed yet. We're going to jump right into it, guys. Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Yeah, that's how we're going to kick off rivalry week. I would be remiss to not say something of compliment to Vanderbilt, who, I don't know if you guys know this, because I don't remember watching any of this game last week, nor did I find out until literally yesterday that Vanderbilt beat Ole Miss by 21 points, which is fucking ridiculous. Moving on from that, now that we've got the nice part out of the way, Tennessee, you lost. Tennessee lost the possibility of getting to Atlanta and winning the SEC East after Florida won last week. That's not the issue. I don't know if you guys have heard this or not. This week during a press conference, when asked about his team and the seniors not winning the division or being champions, Butch Jones fired back like a little sassy bitch that he is, and said, "Well, these seniors earned something a lot better than that. They're champions at life." What kind of champions at life? Nope. No, not at all. What kind of just fucking pussy millennial mindset is that? Like that, you sound like a middle-aged cat lady who's just like, the glass is always half full for me. That is terrible. That's terrible. Next thing I know, you're gonna start I don't know. You sound like you have a life coach right now. You sound like you have a life coach. If you're champions of life, I'm surprised you didn't go into something about the reason why you guys lost wasn't your fault. It was because Mercury was in retrograde or some astrology bullshit. Because that is just, oh man, you guys sound like pussies. That being said, I don't know how you wouldn't cover 7.5 points. Go into that that's a tough environment you can go into. About 32,000 fans. Only about 24 of them are going to be Tennessee fans. Yeah. No one goes into Commonwealth Stadium in downtown Nashville and goes out unscathed. I don't know what that means. Almost everybody does that. So I will say that you will cover the spread, Tennessee, and you guys will be champions of life. That is fantastic. As far as the booze for this goes, I don't know what to say to you. I guess we'll go with something. Damn it! Hold on. And we're back. The booze. I don't know. I'm not even gonna give you booze. I guess honestly, since you guys are champions of life and you're making shit up, booze, food, whatever, you can just have whatever that just Play-Doh-looking bullshit that they were eating. The Lost Boys were eating in Neverland. In that food fight scene from Hook. I hope you know what I'm talking about because it's a great fucking movie. But yeah, if we're just making up shit, yeah, I'm gonna wear a tiara, I guess, tomorrow for the game. And also, you're gonna be eating fake food before you have your food fight with Robin Williams. So, moving on to teams that aren't champions of life, let's go to Mississippi State and Ole Miss. I don't know. This used to be a fun game, like the Egg Bowl. I mean, you know, man, when these two teams get together, you throw out the record books and the literacy rates when the Battle of Mississippi is happening. I don't know. I think Ole Miss should cover, but then again, they got beat by 3 touchdowns against Vanderbilt, which is almost impossible. But you did it. There you go. So I would think they would cover. I'm not really sure. I have a problem, not with the rivalry. I have a problem with Ole Miss, and here's why. It's fucking hysterical that you guys might not make a bowl because you guys have never been good. And I mean, literally ever been, good. You celebrate 9-win seasons like you're a champion of life. That being said, 3 years ago when you guys beat Alabama, you got very arrogant and entitled and just completely changed the perception that you thought you deserved, I guess. Became like very entitled. Like you guys have been a good program. I even saw a sign at one of the college game days, I guess, probably one with Katy Perry, where it said, an Ole Miss fan's holding this, and says, Alabama, where Ancestry.com and Match.com are the same thing. Hey, you know who gets to make that joke? Literally anybody that's not from the state of Mississippi. You're Mississippi. You don't get to make fun of Alabama for being like redneck or ancestral or like, I don't know, lowly educated. Like, you're Mississippi. That doesn't make any sense. That would be like RuPaul making fun of Ellen for being gay. Or, I don't know, like if Mary Kate told Ashley that she was a bulimic who peaked when she was a child star at 6 on Full House. Like, that makes no fucking sense. You're the same fucking person. I'm going to assume you guys cover. I would think like 41-30. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you guys have paid enough players in the past few years that you guys should be talented enough to win that game. And for the booze, I don't know. I would think probably a nice bottle of wine. Might be a little dust on the bottle. Am I right, y'all, Mississippi? Come on. That's probably drink out of Solo Cup like everyone does at the Grove. Probably, I hope it's not even washed from the last person who was spitting in it. But yeah, that bottle's gonna be corked. I only assume, like in my mind, that you would have set it aside at the start of the season. You know, not put it on ice, but just let it age, let it open up a little bit. That way, at the end of the season, since you guys were preseason top 10, you can use it to celebrate. And this is where you are now. You're fighting to go to fucking Shreveport for the Independence Bowl. So, good job, Hugh Freeze. Moving past that, Florida at Florida State. Florida State is a 6.5 point favorite. I don't know what to say in this game. Florida's offense is absolutely garbage. But then again, like I don't see anybody being able to run against Florida's defense. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? I will say, since the game's at Florida State, I have a feeling they'll cover. I believe they beat them 4 years in a row, which is pretty unprecedented. I think they'll be kind of fired up, especially now they've received word that Jimbo's not leaving. So they get to deal with him and his asshole self for the next several years. I just don't think Florida's very good. I know they have a great defense. That offense is so fucking bad. It's so bad to watch. Your best offensive players, besides Callaway's your kicker, and he's good, but that's ugh. Score, I'll say FSU 21, Florida State 10. That sounds about right, because their offense is anemic. For the booze, I don't know. If you're from fucking Florida, I would assume something with a Monster energy drink, because that's what I assume all of you drink. What a just trash bag state in general. And that's saying something, because you can see what's behind me. Yeah, you guys are a state that gave us bath salts and Casey Anthony and that Will Smith song, Miami. You guys are not great. I read a story one time. There was a fucking teenager in the state of Florida who pretended to be an OBGYN for over a month before he was caught. That says a lot more about the people around him, also citizens of Florida. So, I am going to say, I don't know, some sort of cheap-ass vodka that you can sneak into your fucking Carpenter jean shorts, you idiots, and mix it with some Monster Energy drink. Let's go to the fourth game. This is a big one. Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia's a 4-point favorite at home. As you know, I live in Atlanta, so a lot of my friends are super fired up, man. Like, you like straight up, like, it's a different level of intensity for Tech Week. They call it like clean old-fashioned hate. Like, no, hate what? This isn't a rivalry. This isn't a fun rivalry at all. Hate yourselves. Hate yourselves for having to pretend that the coup de grace, the biggest game, the finale of your season, is against an Asian student body technology school. That's like if in the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone, where he's arm wrestling everyone, like if throughout the entire way he had to fight all these like tough, massive, muscular people like Florida and Tennessee and whoever else, And then in the finals, at the very end, the climax of the movie, he had to arm wrestle a kid with cerebral palsy. I mean, that's just like, what the fuck? Like, this, it's so bad. I hate to do this. I think Georgia's going to get beat tomorrow. I really do. They've looked lackluster so many times. It's hard for me to say that just because of how much I love you, Kirby Smart, for beating Auburn. And that's an impressive win. And they really are. They have been close in some games, but it's the same team that lost to Vandy. It's the same team that was never even in the game against Florida. I know those teams are probably better than Tech, but the two things I can't get out of my mind are, again, losing at home to Vanderbilt, and Kirby Smart. He's had some trouble with the triple option offense. Take it from me as a Bama fan. We gave up like 330 fucking yards to Georgia Southern one year, and that's when we had statistically the best defense in the history of college football. I think you're going to get beat. I really do. I think you're going to get beat. I think Paul Johnson is a big enough asshole to outcoach Kirby Smart tomorrow. And I'm going to say Tech 31-27. I'm sorry, guys. Don't get mad. Like, I could be wrong. I usually am. And for the booze, let's say O'Doul's, but out of a claret jug from the British Open. And I know that sounds weird, but let me tell you why. One, it's hard for me to celebrate like this rivalry, just like it's hard for me to celebrate non-alcoholic beer. And it's also why you're going to drink out of a claret jug, because you're pretending it's a rivalry, which means you're pretending it's an accomplishment to beat them. So, that being said, this game does remind me a lot of the British Open, because it's like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to care about that. But when you really look at it, it's like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. Like, one, it ain't in America, so I don't trust it. Two, no, I want to fucking wake up at 7 a.m. to watch golf till 2 in, like, the worst conditions. Have you ever watched the triple option? It couldn't be worse. It could not be more boring. So, yeah, you can drink it out of that claret jug and pretend you guys are champions of life or whatever, the British Open, or what you bullied the fuck out of those Asians, man. That's right. Go Dogs. Hunker down. Woo! Last but not least, guys, spoiler alert, if you're an Auburn fan, you're not gonna hear stuff you want to hear. God, I can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this game, because usually I'm like a very passionate and loud and an obnoxious asshole of an Alabama fan. Case in point, I told an 8-year-old one time at Phillips Arena when I was drunk, and this is 2007. Hey kid, have fun being average for the rest of your life, because he's wearing an Auburn hoodie. That's the kind of unbridled passion I bring to the table, y'all. I don't have that for this game. I don't have it, and it almost makes me laugh, because Auburn, it doesn't even matter. The game doesn't even matter tomorrow. We could lose. Y'all could go out there and have your best game of the year and roll Toomer's corner and carry Gus Malzahn off the field and talk about why Cameron Petway is a good running back, even though he spells his name with a K and a Y. You can do all those things. And we're still going to go to the playoffs and still be a better program. And you're still going to be a little brother. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's like, like Alabama's basically, in this scenario for the game, we're basically Miss Trunchbull from the movie Matilda. Like, we're big, you're small, we're right, you're wrong. There's nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing you can do about it. So get in the fucking chokey, because tomorrow, I think you're going to get ran out of the building. I think they didn't have a good enough game last week against UT Chattanooga. I think it's going to be a showcase game, and I think we are going to absolutely destroy you guys. So that is a little bit biased, sure. But the only 3 games Bama hasn't covered this year has been Western Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Kentucky. So arguably some of the worst teams we've had to play. All the big games we've dominated, and they haven't given up a fucking touchdown in over a calendar month. So score, I'm going to say Bama 34-13. Booze, poison, because that's what I hope most of your former players drink. Talking to you, Cam. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a great game day. Some of you. Obviously, not speaking to you, Auburn fans. But be safe or don't. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And wouldn't endorse it anyway. So thank you so much for playing along, not only today, but also for the entire year. Those of you that have read the article every week and asked me for it and shared it and all that kind of stuff, it really does mean a lot. So thank you very much, and y'all have a great game day.